A very good morning, class 10. So once again we are back to our online class, okay? So today I'm going to start a new chapter, circles, and it is on page number 244, okay? This is geometry part, okay? So second chapter, similarity, we have already done. So second one is circles. First, this is the diagram of circle, okay, and this fixed point is called a center of a circle, and the distance of this center and the circumference is called the radius of a circle. Okay, this is radius. Here we have here also radius, and this is called a chord, 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 and this is a diameter. The longest chord of a circle which passes through the center of a circle is called diameter. Diameter is also a chord, okay, but that diameter always passes through the center of a circle. So the longest chord of a circle is called diameter. And you know, this is the boundary, this is the perimeter of a circle. So in circle, the perimeter is called the circumference, okay, circumference of a circle. Now next one is concentric circles. So these are, here we have 1 2 3 4 4 circles having the same center, okay, so they are called concentric circle. Two or more circles are said to be concentric if they have same center and different radii. See, for this circle radius is this one only, for this circle radius is from center to the circumference. So concentric circles have same center but they'll have different radii. Now next is equal circles. When the circles are called equal, so circles are said to be equal or congruent if they have equal radii. So if the two circles have same radii, they are called equal circle, okay. Next one is circumscribed circle. So a circle that passes through all the vertices of polygon. Polygons are triangle, this quadrilateral, this one polygons, okay, like a pentagon, hectagon, no, these all are polygons. So if the circle, okay, passes, if the circle touches all the vertices of that polygon, then that circle is called circumscribed circle. So in circumscribed, okay, the polygon will be inside the circle. Now another one is your inscribed circle. In inscribed circle, circle will be inside this polygon. See here, okay, so these are polygons. So these circles are called inscribed circle, means circle is inside the polygon. Now we will discuss some theorem, okay. So first, angle properties. Theorem 1 is the angle which an arc of a circle subtends at the center is double than that which it subtends at any point on the remaining part of the circumference. So arc means any part of the circle, okay. This is arc of a circle and this is the center of a circle. So according to this property, okay, this arc subtend angle here at the center and the same arc, okay, subtend angle at the circumference here, okay. So this angle is double than this angle. So angle at the center is always double. If this is 30 degree, this will be 60 degree. If this is 45 degree, this will be 90 degree. So this is first property, okay, first theorem. Now second theorem is angles in the same segment of a circles are always equal, okay. If we consider this segment, okay, this segment part of a circle, this part only, then this part subtend angle here at C and the same segment subtend angle here at D. So these two angles are always equal. Means if this is 40 degree, this is also 40 degree, okay, but these two angles must lie on the same segment of a circle. So this is the segment of a circle, okay. So this segment subtend angle here at C and D. So these two angles are always equal. This is second theorem. Now theorem 3 is the angle in a semicircle is a right angle. Semicircle, half of the circle, okay, and a diameter always divide the circle into two parts, okay, two semicircles, okay. This is the diameter and we have semicircle here and here, okay. So the angle in a semicircle is always 90 degree. This is always 90 degree. Okay, if you make angle here, okay, in this semicircle, then also the angle will be 90 degree. Or in another way, we can understand like this: if AB is a diameter, okay, then diameter always subtend 90 degree at the circumference of the circle. So AB is a diameter, okay. If you make here also angle, okay, then also everywhere it will be 90 degree. So the angle in a semicircle is a right angle, 90 degree. Now we have cyclic properties. Okay, cyclic properties, theorem 4. The opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral. Cyclic means quadrilateral inscribed in a circle. So this is a quadrilateral 4-sided figure, no? And it is inscribed in the circle. Okay, this is inside the circle. So this is called a cyclic quadrilateral. Each vertices of quadrilateral must lie on the circumference of this circle. Okay, then only that quadrilateral is called cyclic quadrilateral. So in cyclic quadrilateral, the opposite angles are supplementary. Means if you add the opposite angles, they will be always 180 degree. If you add angle A and angle C, it will be 180 degree. So the opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. So angle ADC means ADC this angle, and angle ABC this angle. These two are supplementary. So their sum is 180 degree. Similarly, BAD is this angle, BAD and BCD is this angle. So these two angles are also supplementary. Their sum is 180 degree. Now theorem 5. Theorem 5 is the exterior angle of a cyclic quadrilateral is equal to the interior opposite angle. So this is a cyclic quadrilateral, okay, and these all angles are called interior angle, the angles which is inside the quadrilateral. But according to this property, the exterior angle, so here is exterior angle, okay, this exterior angle of a cyclic quadrilateral is always equal to the interior opposite angles. Opposite of this angle, okay, interior angle is here. So these two angles are always equal. So the exterior angle of a cyclic quadrilateral is equal to the interior opposite angle. So if you make your angle, no, exterior angle, then this angle and this angle will be equal. So it depends on the question, okay. So these are the theorem. With the help of this theorem, we will solve exercise 17a. So exercise 17a is, in the given figure, O is the center of the circle. So this is a diagram. It is already given in question. O is the center of a circle, and angle OAB means OAB, this angle is given 30 degree, and OCB, this angle is given 40 degree. We have to find angle AOC, this angle we have to find. That means we have to find the angle at the center. So according to the first property, so according to the first theorem, angle at the center is double than that at the circumference. So we need to find this angle first. So in this diagram, we have to find this angle. Okay, for that what we will do is, first we will divide this diagram into two parts. We will draw one line. Okay, now this OA and OB are the radius of a circle. They are radii of the same circle. See, from the center it is drawn. So these two sides are equal. No, two sides are equal. So this is an isosceles triangle. So in an isosceles triangle, okay, that two base angles are always equal. Means if this is 30 degree, this is also 30 degree. Similarly, if we consider this side, okay, again these two are the radii, okay, radii of a circle. These two are also equal. So here this is 40 degree, this is also 40 degree. But we have to show our calculation here. Angle OAB and angle OBA are both 30 degree. Similarly, OCB and OBC, these two angles are again equal. Now this angle we need, right? So this angle is 30 plus 40, 70 degree. So we got this angle 70. Now we know the angle at the center is double than this angle. So angle AOC will be twice of angle ABC, because angle at the center is double. So 2 into 70, 140 degree. This angle is 140 degree. Question number 2 is, in the given figure, angle BAD is 65 degree. So here diagram is given. This is a cyclic quadrilateral, okay. BAD is given 65 degree. BAD, this angle is 65 degree. Angle ABD is 70 degree. ABD, this angle is given 70 degree. And angle BDC is given 45. BDC, this angle is 45 degree. Now we have to prove here AC is a diameter. Means we have to prove this line is a diameter. AC is a diameter. So we have theorem 3, okay, which states that angle in a semicircle is 90 degree. Means this is a diameter, okay. So here either we have to prove this angle is 90 degree or this angle is 90 degree, okay. So what we will do is we won't be able to find this angle because this angle lies in this triangle, okay, and we have only one angle known. So we can consider this triangle, right, this triangle whose two angles are known. We can easily find the third angle, okay. So in triangle ADB, we will consider triangle ADB. Now we will write angle ADB means ADB means this angle, and angle BAD. BAD means this angle, and angle ABD, this angle. So if we add all the angles, three angles of a triangle, it is always 180 degree, okay. So angle, these two angles are already known. We will just write their values. So angle ADB, again we will get 45 degree. So this is also 45 degree. Now if we add this 45 and 45, this angle is 90 degree. So if this is 90 degree, then AC is a diameter because angle in a semicircle is 90 degree. That means diameter always obtain 90 degree at the circumference. So it is proved that AC is a diameter. And second question is we have to find angle ACB. ACB, this angle we have to find, okay. So first, no, you will like if you consider this triangle, okay, here all the angles are unknown, so that triangle property won't work here. So we will see that second theorem, angles lie in the same segment of a circle are equal. So we'll try to find this, okay, we will try to find this property there in the diagram. Angles lie in the same segment of a circle are always equal. So this angle, for this angle the end point is AB, okay. So this is the segment of a circle. So another angle is here, 45 degree. So this ADB and ACB, they lies in the same segment of a circle. If you consider these two angles, okay, see their end point AB, right? So they lies in the same segment of a circle. So this is also 45 degree. So here is answer number 2, okay. Angle ACB and angle ADB are equal because they lie in the same segment of a circle. Now question number 4. In each of the following figure, O is the center of the circle. Find the value of A, B and C. So first question is, for first question, this is the diagram. We have to find the value of A here, okay. We have to find the value of A. For that, what we will do is, so we need to find here A and B, right? So see this B, okay, and this 130 degree. 130 degree is at the center of a circle, no, angle at the center of a circle, and angle B. See their end points are same, right? Same arc, they lies in the same arc. So angle at the center is double. That means B is half of 130 degree. Okay, B is half of 130 degree because the reason is angle at the center is always double. Okay, this is the diagram. This is the diagram of that property. Okay, angle at the center is always double, but they should lie in the same arc. Okay, so this angle is half. That means this angle is half of this angle. So this angle will be half of 130, that is half of 130 is 65 degree, right? This is 65 degree. Now we need to find the value of A, okay? Now this is a cyclic quadrilateral. You forget about this line, okay? This is a cyclic quadrilateral, a quadrilateral whose all vertices lie on the circumference of a circle. So this type of quadrilateral is called a cyclic quadrilateral, and we know the opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. That means if you add A and B, it will be 180 degree. You have to write the reason also. So A plus 65 is 180. The value of A is 115 degree. So this A is 115 degree. Now next is question number 5. In each of the following figures, O is the center of the circle. Find the value of A, B, C and D. So here also in question number 5, we have to find the value of A, B, C and D. So this is a diagram. Here is A. So we need to find this A. Okay. Now first is, in this diagram, see this BD passes through the center of a circle. So BD is a diameter. So if BD is a diameter, we know the angle in the circumference is always 90 degrees. So this angle is 90 degree. Okay, this angle is 90. That means here it is 70 degree. Okay, so this is 90 degree total. This side is only 70. Now what we have to find here? The value of A. Okay, the value of angle A. So if we consider this triangle DAB, okay, these two angles are known, 90 degree and 35 degree. We can easily find this angle. Okay, so let's find this angle D, then we will see what property to use. Okay, which property to use to find the value of A. So angle BAD is 90 degree because angle in a semicircle is a right angle. So we will consider this triangle. Okay, we'll consider this triangle to find the third angle. So in this triangle we have angle ABD and angle BAD, means this angle, and ADB is 180 degree. We know the total angle of a triangle is 180 degree. So write the values of those angle which is given, 35 degree and 90 degree. So 125 degree plus angle ADB is 180 degree. Angle ADB is 180 minus 125, 55 degree. So this angle we got 55 degree. Now we need to find the value of angle A. Okay, so see this angle A lies in this segment of a circle, this one, and another angle is here. Okay, so these two angles lie in the same segment of a circle, so they are equal, they must be equal. Okay, so angle A is 55 degree. Since angles lie in the same segment of a circle are equal, so angle A is also 55 degree. Now number 2 is, your diagram is given, here is B. We have to find this angle B. Okay, and here it is given 120 degree, center is here. That means AB is not a diameter. Okay, center is down. Now, so this side it is given 120 degree. Then this side will be, you know, angles in a straight line is always 180 degree. If this is 120 degree, this is a straight line, so this side will be 60 degree. Okay, so this is 60, this is 25. We can find this angle, the third angle of this triangle. This is a triangle. So first we will find angle BEC. BEC is 180 minus 120 degree because angles of a straight line is 180 degree. This is 60 degree. Calculation you have to show. Now we will consider this triangle, okay, to find this third angle. So this third angle you will get 95 degree. This will be 95 degree. Now this 95, okay, if you consider its end point, okay, it lies here. Okay, its end points are A and B. That means C lies on the segment AB. Okay, this segment, and similarly this angle B lies in the same segment. See here, end point is B, A and B, and for C also end point is A and B. So these two angles lie in the same segment of a circle, so they are again equal. You have to give your reason. So B is again 95 degree. Now in question number 3 we have to find the value of C. Here it is given 50 degree, right? So 50 degree, and we know angle at the center is double. See their endpoints. Endpoints of angle 50 is here, and endpoints of this angle is also AB here. So these two, the relation between these two angles is angle at the center is double. If this is 50 degree, this will be 100 degree. Okay, so you have to write here, okay, reason angles at the center is double, so 100 degree. Now this OA and OB are radii of a same circle. They are always equal. So these two angles are equal. That means this is also angle C. And this angle just now we got 100 degree. Now we will consider this triangle OAB and we will find these two angles. OA and OB are equal because they are radii of the same circle. Now we will consider the angle of this triangle AOB. AOB means this angle. OAB means this angle, and OBA means this angle. The sum of these angles is 180 degree. Now 100 degree, in place of this two angle we can write C. Both are equal. So 180 degree. So 2C is equal to 180 minus 180 degree. So the value of C is 40 degree. So here the value of C is 40 degree. Now next is number 4. Okay. Here is the diagram and AB is the diameter. See, if AB is a diameter, then this angle must be 90 degree. This is 90 degree. Okay. If this is 90 degree, now forget about this line. Okay, forget about this line. We will consider triangle APB. Okay, so 90 degree, 45 degree. We can easily find this third angle. So we'll consider triangle APB, and we will write all the angles APB, PAB and PBA. Okay, their sum is 180 degree, 90 and 45. This is 90, this is 45. You write, then here you will get again 45 degree. This is 45 degree, this is 45 degree. Now we have to find the value of angle D. Okay, so angle D, okay, it lies in this segment PNB. See, no, its end point is PNB, and similarly for this angle 45, end point is PNB. That means we can see diagram like this. Okay, these two angles lie in the same segment of a circle PB, so they must be equal. So D is also 45 degrees. So you have to write here D is 45, and reason is angles lie in the same segment of a circle are equal. So for today this much. Okay, now we will solve the remaining question in next class.